My name's Sean. I'm a CRO expert here at the Commerce Shop. Today, we're going to be discussing AEO versus SEO in our webinar, how to optimize for search and conversion. Just to let everyone know, we have defaulted so everyone's webcam is off and you've been placed on mute. If you do have any questions, please put those in the chat box. We will address them as they come up. This is being recorded, and a recording will be sent to everyone after this webinar. So as we are going through, like I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Put those in the chat. Okay. Joined on the call, we have Satish, who's the co-founder of the Commerce Shop, and we also have Nash, the president. Satish has been in the industry for over 17 years.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to get connected with you again. So we're excited about this topic, which is really hot. So we'll try to make it more valuable for you guys.
Yes, and as we are going through this webinar, I want everyone to think of like what your search experience has been like throughout the years. Think of the initial searches we had when the internet was in its infancy back in like the 90s, 2000s. What search was like 10 years ago versus what it was like today, because all that will be relevant throughout this webinar. Okay, and what we're going to cover today is we're going to start with an introduction, and then we're going to look at why the shift from SEO to AEO matters in 2025. Then we'll discuss how AEO boosts CRO, your conversion rate, and then we'll look at optimization strategies with live examples. Then we'll discuss how to measure AEO success, review some customer success stories, talk about an actionable roadmap for you and your brands, some key takeaways. We'll wrap up with a Q&A, and then at the end, we'll talk about how to get started and a special bonus that you have for attending this webinar. Okay, so first we're going to discuss what is SEO. I'm sure by now all of us are very familiar with this term, search engine optimization. It's the process of optimizing content to rank higher on search engine results pages. Key elements to this is the on-page SEO, technical SEO, and the off-page SEO. As you know, it's a three-pronged attack to get your results higher up within the search rankings. You need to make sure your pages are fine-tuned, website is clean, layout works well, that the bots have crawled it, indexed everything appropriately, and then also that you have tons of backlinks feeding into your site that are coming from reputable sources. The goal of this is to increase your organic traffic, your visibility, and your brand authority. Okay, now let's look at AEO. So what is AEO? So it's optimization for answer engine optimization, focusing on delivering direct, precise answers to AI-driven search queries. How it works is you're leveraging structured data, featured snippets, and voice search optimization. The goals of this is to, secure positions in voice search results, answer boxes, and AI-generated responses. Remember back at the beginning, if I asked how you were searching throughout the years, you'll probably remember initial searches, very limited with the words that you would search for. You wanted to really hone down your key search terms into a few words as precise as possible. Then maybe 10 years ago, things were getting expansive. AI was starting to get integrated. You could do more natural English during your search. And then today we see the rise of AI assistants where we're actually using natural voice searches and voice queries. So let's look at the differences between the two of them. So what is the focus for them? For SEO, your main focus is your ranking and your keywords. In the AEO, you want to focus on high quality and direct answers. And also there's different style of the content. So SEO, it's optimized for keywords. The AEO, you're looking at contextual situations, how it's structured, and to make sure your answers are concise. SEO formats, it's suitable for long form blogs, whereas AEO, you're looking at formats like FAQs, how-tos, tables, schemas. The channel that SEO comes through is the SERPs. Whereas AEOs, it's coming through AI assistants and smart snippets. And then for optimization strategies with the SEO, you're looking at your meta tags, your backlinks, page load speed, on page SEO, and schema markups. Whereas with AEO, you're looking at your structured data, EEAT, schema, and FAQ usage. And now we're going to look at why this shift matters in 2025. But before we do that, Satish, I might put you on the spot, or everyone in the chat. I have a little pop culture question for you and everyone attending. Do you guys know one of the first uses of American media where the term Google was used as a verb? What movie or TV show did that appear in?
No idea for me, Sean.
It was actually Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if there are any sci-fi fans out there, in one episode that was the first time in local, or the most famous time, and probably one of the first, where someone said Google it as a verb, especially in American media.
I don't see any response, so I assume nobody knows the answer. All right.
Yep, fun fact for the day. Okay, yep. Glad you learned something, Paul. Okay, so Tisha, we can look at why the AEO matters. Why this shift matters. So remember I said think about your search experience, how it changed. So we've moved recently from keywords to questions. Users are no longer typing vague phrases. They're expecting direct, accurate, and context-driven responses. So even when you're searching with the rise of AI and the voice assistant, you could be more specific. It's recognizing natural language questions. You're no longer picking and choosing and have to filter through tons of results. We expect AI to understand our intentions and rank them accordingly, the results accordingly. And again, this comes through the rise of voice assistants. So we now ask complete questions like, what's the best running shoes for flat feet, instead of just typing running shoes. And it's a zero patient zone. So users are expecting search engines to predict intent and not just deliver the results. And also now it's a mobile first mindset. So searches are happening on the go, which means results need to be concise, clear, and fast. People don't want to be weeding through pages of results. You ask your assistant a question, you want to get the result back as quickly and as concisely as possible, couple sentences at most. Okay, and it's interesting because we're seeing a shift in how this works with how people are searching. So 58% of users use voice search to find local business info. 70% of Google queries are now long tail, which means, it's like not just keywords, it's long, detailed search queries that people are putting in. 50% of Google searches end in zero-click results. So think of it, you ask it a question, it reads out the answer. You don't need to click on links. You're getting the information you need from that question, from that result page, and bouncing off of it. And then 65% of voice searches are conversational. So what does that mean? With the existing AEO and engines, what do we need to optimize for, and where are we optimizing? So you're looking at Google. You want to look at your featured snippets, because people also ask. SGE, Search Generative Experiences. It's also getting optimized for ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is ingesting public data and public integrations. Bard, which people are familiar with, the Google AI, that's pulling from Google's knowledge graph. Microsoft Copilot's another one that's getting fed by Bing Chat and AI answers. Then there's your voice assistants, Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant. Those are their voice search interfaces. You also have Perplexity AI, U.com, which is AI-driven answer engines, which are on the rise. And last, you have your LinkedIn, Reddit, Quora. It's index Q&A platforms used by AI to fetch context. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Satish, and he'll take over for the rest of this experience.
Thanks, Sean. Right. I if you guys have any questions, please share your questions in the chat. But I will continue with it. So let me first talk about like how AEO boosts your conversions, because we are very much focused on e-commerce companies where conversion matters a lot. So just want to give an idea, uh, because if there are zero click happening onto your website, this AEO approach, how it is going to still boost your conversions. So the game we see is like, though it's not driving any traffic, but you're giving information to your potential customers, so they could find the answers anyway. They are not looking to find the products. Mostly the answer engines are answering some kind of questions. They have research kind of questions. So people can find faster responses, and they know, even if you take Google's Gemini AI, nowadays they started giving the sources also on the right side from where they took this answer. So it's giving some kind of a faster discovery for them. So those customers are really high qualified customers. They have an higher intent. If not today, someday they might purchase from you. And people trust these kind of sites that provides these kind of responses instantly to Google, through Google or whatever chat GPTs they do it. And similarly, people who are using voice search, uh, like Siri, and these kind of responses from your tools can also help them to identify the products through their mobile searches itself, and it can improve conversions. And so people are, it's more like a customer, like voice experiences. Again, it again improves your uh, experience for customers to complete the checkout. And so basically, to even rank to the top, it's you have to build your authority overall. So this also improves the credibility of your brand. So people will recall about your brand if you are the one providing the responses in the answer engine. So they might come back to your site again and make a purchase. So overall, if you work on this AEO, it will reflect a lot more about building a brand visibility to your customers. So what are the optimization strategies that we can focus on? Because this space is very much evolving. The techniques that we see today might be even very different from 1 year from now. But whatever we could see is something we have tested it out with multiple clients. Those are the strategies we are trying to present it to you guys. So the first strategy is definitely you have to create high quality content uh, that is specific to your customers, like the FAQs, or the things like people who wanted to how to use the product or something, the common problems they search, question based contents. Those kind of contents you need to create, and there has to be a clear, those questions should be written in H2 or H3 title tags for a better visibility in this answer engine crawlers. Everybody knows that there are so many crawler engines are coming to your site to scan these things. Previously, it used to be only Google. Now, uh, ChatGPT has their own crawler engine. Perplexity has their own crawler engine. So everybody is coming to your site to get this information. So try to provide those answers and questions in H2 and H3 tags, and try to cover multiple variations. Like if you use AI itself to generate that, it can provide you that. What are the other ways people can ask these questions? Try to cover those kind of multiple variations also, and make it like a bullet point, because whatever answer engine, they are giving responses in a clear, concise way. Try to create that kind of a bullet point responses for those questions or summaries, so that it can be easily consumed by these tools. So one of the things that we worked out is for a client called BuyLED, we tried to list them through Google's Gemini. Like you could see that when someone is searching for how to dim LED lights without a dimmer. So we are able to bring our responses to the top. And if you look at the answer engine's response, that is being influenced by us. So we're not going to get any clicks from this tool, clicks from this search engine for this keyword, but there is a brand is getting built, and sooner or later, when the user comes to your site, there is always an high probability that they might trust your brand very much than other brands. And the second strategy we could see is semantics. As we were saying, like if you wanted to improve your this kind of FAQs, you need to build the semantic SEOs. Like now, if you look at it, like the search engines, like these kind of semantics, like is starting to appear. Like it used to be like called rich snippets. Now it's called featured snippets. So Google started giving more credibility for these kind of featured snippets. So if you want your questions to be indexed by Google or all these chat, again, not all answer engines are using it. Perplexity and Google are using that kind of featured snippet concept where they are using to index your data. They know this is an FAQ question kind of thing, and they are using your IDs or your information on the Google search result. So the featured snippets are getting listed out. So try to index or provide your information in the semantic way to these crawlers. At least two crawlers right now are using it. Still, ChatGPT is more of a public data, whatever it is, but at least two answer engines are using these things, which you can try. Even if you try in Google with these questions, you will see on the right side the featured snippets being getting listed out there. Yeah, any questions on this? How could you provide ROI? The question is, how could you provide ROI for AEO specific content when it doesn't drive clicks or is no direct attribution? That's a pretty good question. How we can measure the ROI on this? It's basically, you can think it as an investment. Everybody is going towards that. The Google people are going to find information about the products that you serve or products that you provide through these answer tools, answer engines. So it is highly critical if you can provide that information, like user information, to these tools. It will drive whatever you wanted to share. You can share it through these answer engines. If you're not going to do it, somebody is going to provide, and he is going to drive them to take the next steps. For example, I can say, if I wanted to do a scuba diving, my question would be, how can I do scuba diving and what are the products? The next question would be, what are the products would be best? Where can I buy? So that is how it will be very conversational. And sometimes if the question finally comes to making a purchase, your products might start listing out there. If you are not providing them an answer to the first question itself, you will not be listing out. So it is very highly difficult to give the ROI at this moment. But if you don't do it, people who are providing those responses will be the one getting those clicks and making those conversions. Good question. All right. And the next one is this structured data schema, which we talked about earlier, like FAQ schema is what we talked about. Then the article schema is also again feature snippet schema, which we are working with. Even your blogs or any information about your company's policies, those things can also be indexed with this article schema. So you can see about these kind of schema rich featured snippets Again, this is only with Google we are talking about. For ChatGPT, it is a public data we should work upon. And the fourth strategy is boost your authority signals. This is more what Google was earlier doing it. Try to get your site's authority much higher. Like if your authority, your domain authority is lower, you need to get it higher nowadays because uh, like Google gives more importance to sites who are having a higher domain authority or very trustworthy sites. And that's how they take those responses. Those responses or information provided from those sites get a better visibility than a small sites. So building a authority for your site and creating those signals to these answer engines is very highly critical, because that's how they decide whether the response provided by these sites would be credible enough to share it to their customers. So when you look at it like ChatGPT, when they came beginning, there was so much hallucinations were happening. I believe all the answer engines are right now working towards that, stopping how to minimize the hallucinations. And one of the biggest factor they are using is to give more importance to these kind of site authorities. So it's highly critical to build the site authority for your brand. And just follow what Google was doing earlier. I think it is now very relevant with all the answer engines. Right. And definitely the third one is the user experience. People, again, Google started giving more importance to sites that are mobile friendly and faster, all these things. I think most of the sites, at least the answer engines, now started giving more importance to that. The sites that are crawlable, that are mobile friendly and engaging, those are the sites they mostly trust nowadays. So whatever you're doing, try to create it more mobile friendly, fast loading, build it more infographic. Just don't make everything in picture. Try to give in a infographic way. So on bullet points for a better experience for these crawlers. So that is again an important element everybody should do. If you're already doing it, please continue doing that in a much better way. Now it is more relevant for answer engines. And similarly, try to get more social shares and backlinks. This is again an important factor. Like since these kind of hallucination effort they wanted to stop, whenever these answer engines are giving a responses, they also validate whether the answer is correct. So they try to get informations about uh, the question they asked across multiple sources. If many sources suggest what they are saying is correct, that's how they are doing it. So try to get as many backlinks, more referrals. All these things are more critical now. For example, if you are coming in like best development agencies in Atlanta, if you're coming in at least top 5 of the Google search results, like you're getting listed in many listing pages. If you ask the same question ChatGPT, your company will be there, because they take at least all these directories and figure out this company is real and it is being highly referenced. So those things still matters, and that's how they are also giving more relevance to the responses. Right. Let me see if you guys have any questions. There's a question I see. The problem with the AEO, it's almost zero revenue. We have been using this model for over a year and doesn't generate response. Our traffic has gone up 400% while our revenue has been dropped. They don't spend. Uh, Again, this is something, if your traffic has gone up 400%, people are coming to your site, which is good. So then we need to identify what is not people are not able to convert? Is that they're not, is it people are coming just for information, or is there any value you are providing it? So I would strongly suggest, if people are coming to, if your traffic has gone and that is not making a revenue, then we need to seriously look at it, how what kind of pages they are looking at, how we can add value to those visitors. So, see, think this way: people who are searching in answer engines doesn't mean they always want to buy something. They are looking for some research also. They might be looking for those keywords in answer engines. They may not be having the intent of buying it now. So basically, you need to figure out how you can capitalize these kind of customers, how you can provide value to them, or ask them to sign up to your newsletters by some means, and nurture them. At some point of time, they might make a purchase. That would be the suggestion I could say. But definitely, if we can audit your site, how your customers are behaving, we can give some good feedback how you can make revenue out of this newly added visitors. There's a question. Will you be helpful setting this recordings and presentations? Definitely will be sending you this. After this, by tomorrow, we will get this recording along with the presentation. All right. I think Nash, you wanted to ask the question as whether the person has a site speed. So yeah, I don't have the full name of the person. I just have it as EM. So in case if your site is having slowness, site speed is not great, that also can impact the conversions, or you are not getting revenue from it. So we would like to talk to you and see why you're not seeing that. Good question. So keep asking that. So the next one I would say is the strategy is more on the voice search. This has been there for a while, like Alexa and Siri, people are using it. Now it is getting more real. Previously, it used to be like more of without intelligence, just display whatever has been showed to it the first time. It was displaying the search results in a voice-based way. Now, because with this intelligence, people are able to make, it gives instructions. If you are stuck with somewhere, it is giving instructions to users how to do this. For example, how to open the newly bought product. It gives them instructions. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. Even this is what the future, I saw an ad with Perplexity, like the Squid Game, the hero of the guy was stuck in a room. Perplexity, he uses Google search. It gives them links which he cannot escape the room in another 2 seconds. When he connected with Perplexity, it's told him what to do to escape from the room. So people are moving towards that kind of experience, and this answer engine is correctly matched to that kind of experience. So if you can provide that voice search experience for your customers through these answer engines, that is welcome. You can test it about what are the questions who are location based. People who want immediate responses will ask in Alexa or Siri about your products. See whether your responses are coming there. If not, you can optimize it for voice search. All these things we can do. And mostly people will have specific problem, location-based problem, or long tail keyword, any specific problems they will talk about. So which definitely you can optimize for voice search. And always try to maintain how the other person said they are doing it, they're getting the traffic, but they are not converting. Try to see whether these kind of questions are being answered in these tools as the way that you wanted, and whether those users coming to your site by these kind of answer engines, whether they're converting. If not, see how you can convert. Those kind of things, try to monitor and work on optimization things. So that's the kind of key strategies we think that's working now. And as we grow, there will be multiple strategies. I know ChatGPT's 5 will be much smarter. So the strategies even will change in coming days, but definitely we are seeing a strong increase in the traffic, and this is what the future is going to be. We like it or not, that's how the future is. And how to measure AEO success? Basically, these are the KPIs we are talking to our customers about. Hey, how many impressions you are getting through these kind of Google Answer Engine? How many featured snippets you are getting ownership? How many places you are getting being listed out? We look at it. What is the voice search? Like how many voice search queries your responses are coming up, and what are the clicks, what non-branded questions people are asking, you're coming up. So we look on, basically, we try and test it out on all these questions and see whether these kind of, whether your site is getting impressions, and what is the, again, the other question is, there is no click to your site because of this. How that is improving your traffic? Is that kind of thing improving your traffic or not? We are trying to analyze those things. Still, there is no straight method being identified for these KPIs. We are trying to get these kind of indicators to tell you how it is helping out in your conversions. But we like it or not, this is something we have to invest now. Otherwise, we would be easily left behind, because once this answer engine starts giving responses based on your input, and if the customers also are okay with the responses and they take actions based on that, the answer engine will definitely think the response is correct. The feedback is also good, and it is going to be set forever. Later stage, if you want to alter it, if you want to even provide in any way that you wanted to change it, it will be very difficult. So the earlier you are trying to be at the top of answer engines responses, that's what we highly recommend. And so our business impact, what we could see is uh, you should at least see a 30 to 40 to 50% increase in featured snippet visibility, and you should start getting more voice search responses to your site. And overall, is your customer acquisition cost, is it reducing because you don't need to spend too much on Google ads or anything? Or is your overall cost per acquisition is coming down, or is your conversions improving because you have built a trust with the customers? Is it improving your conversion? And is that happening? And you can across be since you're being visible across multiple brands, you can also start see how your brand visibility is, all these things. uh, these are the business values we feel you would get with this kind of answer engine optimization. Any questions? For voice search optimization, should we put these long tail on FAQ pages? Yes, definitely you should start doing that. Good question. Yeah, FAQ pages, not only we will talk about even the product pages, also you should add FAQs now. The AI systems that is now available can type in those kind of FAQ sections for you. So those things can also be listed out for these crawlers. So some of the examples we worked with this, we worked with the Magento site for them. We were trying to improve them with this boosted traffic by creating this AEO cluster kind of optimized contents, building the schema markups, FAQ sections. So we could see an improvement in traffic. We are also seeing an improvement in conversion. That's why I said if you are seeing an improvement in traffic, there should be an improvement in your overall revenue. If not, there is something seriously going wrong. We need to strongly look into it. Why the visitors are exiting without making any purchase. Similarly, we helped with Shopify store to again, we have seen a similar kind of experience. The traffic has been boosted and the conversion rates, specifically from the mobile users, have improved. Their feature snippets, they got at least 30% boost in the feature snippets. So that's again a good case study. We have for WooCommerce also, we have a similar case studies. It's a WooCommerce based e-commerce site. So the actionable roadmap, in a way, like what are the pages if you wanted to improve AEO for an e-commerce site, is definitely you need to invest on your product pages and any custom category pages you are having, or do-it-yourself kind of pages that you, if you have it on your site, those pages definitely you can have it. Even on home page, if you are saying any value proposition, you can try to have that on your home page. Obviously, you should invest on these FAQ pages, blog pages, and any about your company. Just some people might even go to Google and just ask, hey, how to return this company's product. Then the answer engine can easily respond to that kind of shipping policy and about us easily rather than they coming to your site. So try to invest on these pages about this schema, FAQ schemas and answer engine schemas as much as possible. So this is again we do as an audit or optimization checklist for AEO. So try to create more Q&A based style content across these product page, FAQ page, blog pages, add this semantic and the schemas on your pages. Try to do interlinkings, get a building, try to build authorities and backlinks and try to get referrals. Go to these AI citation platforms. You can even right now go to Perplexity and say that to index your site, index any specific blog pages that you want. Those kind of citation pages are there. Make it mobile friendly. Right. So what should you do next? Would be happy to help you with doing a AI readiness audit. Whatever we said, implement the best structured data on this question-based contents, and definitely improve your CRO site because this kind of visitors are very different than what you generally get from paid ads or clicks from organic results. So try to analyze your CRO strategy, see why people are exiting. So improve your CRO strategies for this type of visitors. Try to create your content and syndicate with Quora and Medium and all these platforms. And of course, monitor your site's performance with Google Search Console. All right. Any questions before I jump onto that? Voice search optimize. How do you submit a citation platforms? I think if you try to go to Perplexity, they have that. You can try to list your site or any pages for that. Not other sites are providing it, but Perplexity is one site. You can try it out. And key takeaway is as I said, search is moving away. The answer engines are going to come. Again, the point is it's going to be a complement to the existing search. It's not going to replace it. Still, some keywords people are going to use Google search, but there will be a big number of people using this instant answer responses engine, like this ChatGPT, to get all these research informations. So it's going to be an 50-50 in future is what we feel. So try to take advantage of that. If you are adopting the AEO earlier, you have a very good competitive advantage. As I said, you cannot, once the answer engine decides the response to a certain question is correct, it will try to keep that kind of responses for the future customers. It will be very difficult to replace that. So yeah, try to adopt that kind of approach. So if you wanted to try it out, we'd be happy to give you a free AE audit, see where you stand. People who are attending this event, we are giving this free AE audit. So just type in this, go to this page. I just put it in the chat. You can book yourself for a free answer engine audit optimization. We can do an audit on your site, give you some recommendations. With those recommendations, you can do those things on your own, or you can work with our team, whichever way you like it. But try to act early as possible, because once the majority of the curve comes in, things would be very difficult for you guys. All right, any questions? Right, I hope everybody got the link. If not, we will be sending this link along with the presentation and the recorded content to you guys by tomorrow. So you can always reach out to us at hello@thecommerceshop.com, or you can reach out to my personal email address, satish@thecommerceshop.com, or sean@thecommerceshop.com. So we'll be happy to help you out. So I hope everybody is got some good information from this webinar. I hope to connect with you guys in another interesting topic. Thank you guys, and have a great day. See you guys.